And that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
All right, people, welcome. This is a new episode of Hot Take Wrestling. I am your boy, the Melanated Tribal Chief, but aka actually known as the man, the myth, the legend, Old Man Logan. I'm gonna hit my intro right now because our boy Joe Freezy, aka Toxicoze, is not here just yet. So, fellas, uno momento.
It's Big Oos, Old Man Logan, acknowledging.
All right. And we're going to do this. We have a guest with us tonight. Before I intro our guest, excuse me, I'm going to talk about the man in the middle, Pause. He got on the white tank top assassin, fresh off of work. Daddy duties in full effect. Y'all know him as No Chill with Phil. I know him as the Wise Man. Wise Man, hold up one second, one time. Let me give him your intro.
And now, your wise man, No Chill with Phil. Hashtag MM99.
Wise Man, the floor is yours. Did the Wise Man freeze? Wow. Well, that was a quick intro. People, he'll be back.
The quickest intro he's ever done.
That's a record. The quickest intro the Wise Man has ever had.
The Hot Take Book of World Records right there.
Yes, sir. So before our esteemed guest in front of the show, suffers the same type of Thanos effect as the Wise Man just had, let me intro I guess tonight our boy Akil, aka Moti, aka Loki, aka Black Deadpool.
Yes. Thank you so much. Black Deadpool is a new moniker because I actually remember when I went to see the first Deadpool and I didn't want to go. And I was like, why am I going to see Deadpool? If I want to see somebody that curses a lot and says outlandish things, I just look in the mirror. So hence being a Black Deadpool.
All right. So Akil, we're gonna work on getting the Wise Man back in here. But it's a Thursday night. This is a special edition of Hot Take Wrestling. We didn't record last night. So here we are trying to deliver our takes, our hot takes, our recaps, our just thoughts on this thing called wrestling that we all love and enjoy. And it's been another week in the books, man. We are getting ready for All In. This is the countdown to AEW's All In. We got career versus title main event. At least it should be the main event. That is Swerve Strickland, AEW champion, versus Bryan Danielson. It'd be so easy. You got to catch yourself. I literally had to catch myself. I was getting ready to say Daniel Bryan. But we got back on the horizon. WWE not pulling no punches. They're getting ready for Bash at Berlin. NXT has No Mercy coming. So, it's a lot to cover, man. It's a lot to cover. Let me go ahead. All right, Wise Man, can you hear us?
Bro, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this laptop today, bro. My bad, y'all. My bad. My most humble apologies. You already hit him with the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phil Myers Sr., a.k.a. Cat Knockett the Great One. No Chill with Phil, the voice of violence, the two-time child support slayer of the state of Illinois. And I'm over here joined by my broke little bestie. Give it to him.
What's up? It's your boy, Phil Myers Jr., the child support slayer, the all-heel wrestling voice of violence, the real god of war, the real head of the table, the real stopper crusher. We do stuff Christian. You know how it is.
We do stuff Christian because we the op stoppers.
The original op stopper. as I like to put it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so sorry about that, man. I don't know what the hell is going on with this laptop, brother. I know we already 5 minutes in. What I missed? What y'all got? What's going on?
Nothing, brother, nothing. We was just doing the intros, man. Akil asked me before we hit that nice red record button if we were gonna do some discussions about one Deadpool and Wolverine film.
Hell yeah.
And
If you ain't seen it, if you have not seen it, that's your fault.
I said, hey man, we gotta go ahead and do this thing. Joe ain't here
And
right now. Joe stopped us from having our conversation last week. Phil seen it a couple times. Wise man Akil just told me he saw it 4 times. So
That's all three.
before we delve any further into the world of wrestling, I think it's only right we go ahead and do some Deadpool and Wolverine discussion. So,
Go ahead,
Akil,
Akil.
you are guest, brother. Wise man, if you don't mind, I'm gonna let Akil give us his thoughts on it, and then we'll go with you, and then I'll go from there. All right, Akil, the floor is
so,
yours.
thank you, good fellas. Pun intended. So I want to say it's funny that your son has on a Wolverine shirt, and now we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. So that's just the universe working again. It's pretty dope. So my thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. First, I want to say Marvel. I'm gonna get technical. Marvel and I guess the writers for Deadpool, because I don't really want to say Fox per se, because it's mostly a Marvel thing. They did great at keeping the integrity that is Deadpool films. Like they let it be the same raunchiness, except no coke. Other than that, like everything was just what Deadpool has been to us as we've seen it. And then I also want to say that they did do a lot of justice and service to it. I did read there were a lot of rewrites and stuff like that going on, but they made it cinematic. Deadpool actually had a cinematic. Deadpool and Wolverine actually had a cinematic feel as opposed to the other two films. Like it made it fit inside of the continuity that is the MCU, and they did a very, very great job like that. I think that's what played a part of me going to see it 4 times. Them actually getting it to be cinematic and more than just its own movie, but it stayed the same. It didn't I have no complaints really about the movie, like from start to finish, literally from start to finish. Like it was an incredible movie. I've seen it 4 times. Every time I left the theater, I literally like barely out my seat. Like I want to see it again. Like it was a phenomenal movie. And then I will also say Endgame I saw 3 times. Infinity War I saw 3 times. I even saw one of the Thor movies 3 times. But this is the only Marvel movie I've only seen more than 3 times, and I want to go see it again. I really do. It was really good. So I'll say that much on it.
Okay, wise man. What are your thoughts on this incredible movie, man? Honestly, I can't think of anything negative. When I did my review
No.
of it on Boulevard Ave Radio, I had some minor things I pointed out, but I'll talk about that when it's my turn. But wise man, floor is yours, brother. Tell us your
Dude,
thoughts
that
on Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine is exactly what MCU needed. That's it. We can sum it up right there. Deadpool Wolverine is exactly what the MCU needed. The last couple movies that they had put out were I don't want to say trash, but it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
They just weren't good.
It's subpar.
What's below subpar?
Mid.
Eh. No. It's below subpar.
They they were Reggie. They were Reggie. Let's just be honest. They were Reggie. It was a movie, but with the exception of like Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was actually pretty good. I like Shang-Chi. But they were even Disney's original shows. Deadpool Wolverine is exactly what we needed to give new life to the MCU in the direction that they're going now. Like Akil was saying, hey, he liked how they kept the integrity of everything. If they didn't keep the integrity of it, it wouldn't have had the massive impact that it had. This movie, literally, all of us nerds, all of us fan geeks know that the original MCU movie is Blade. Let's just be honest. May not have been with Disney. Who's the OG? Blade.
Yeah.
To see the revival of Blade, Elektra, Gambit, a lot of people didn't understand Channing Tatum as Gambit. They didn't understand that character. But, little fun fact. What was that? Around between 08 to 11, they were looking at doing a Gambit movie with Channing Tatum as Gambit. That's why when they were talking about all the people we saved, all the lives of the day, all the lives I wanted to save, and woo, I'm gonna make a name for myself here. Yo, that's what it was supposed to be. That was the reference. Channing Tatum was supposed to play Gambit. I remember the movie studio poster, and it was just him. It was his face with the little, with the metal around it. You know what I'm saying? His costume. I remember that. I love the fact that they brought up Cassandra Nova, a badass villain. Y'all know I tend to rock with the villains more than the heroes, but John Cena said it best. Got to bring in some wrestling. John Cena said it in one promo. He was like, "You live long enough to be, you're the good guy until you live long enough to be the villain." That's exactly what Cassandra Nova is. A badass, amazing villain. I loved her powers. I loved how they actually showed her intertwine her hands in the brain and this, that, and the other. I mean, dude, top to bottom, we could dissect this movie all we want. It was exactly what we needed. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. It's only going to be one Blade. Always has been, always will be. Let's just... When you look at the talks of the town now, where they scrapped the Mahershala Ali Blade project, now they're talking about doing Blade 4. Come on. They finally got the green light for the Gambit movie. Come on. They may potentially do an Elektra Part 2 movie. Come on. I mean, you look at how Deadpool took shots at Fox, and we got to give it up for Fox for being a good sport. We really got to give it up to Fox for being a good sport, because when they entered, what's it called? The Abyss? Not the Abyss. When they get zapped.
It wasn't called the Abyss? I mean, that's basically what it was.
But essentially,
what was it called?
The Void.
The Void.
The Void. Thank you.
Come on, I got Loki right here in my name. My name is Loki.
Yeah. When you look at the Void, you had the crumbled fox symbol. It was so many Easter eggs in that fight scene between Deadpool and Wolverine. It was so many Easter eggs in that. To get Chris Evans back as Johnny Storm. I mean, like, bro, come on, bro. That was.
And he was eating the budget.
Right. I mean, like, bro, come on, man. Come on. When you look at the villains that they fought, did y'all see Kevin Nash wasn't in it, but Kevin Nash is the Russian when he was.
Yeah, he was the original Russian in the that was the Tom Jane Punisher, right?
Yeah. That was the Tom Jane Punisher. Yeah, he was in there. It wasn't Kevin Nash. It was a heavier set dude.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of people didn't catch that. Did you? We call Azazel. We call the villains from X-Men First Class. We call the villains from X-Men. I mean, like, dude, it was well put together.
Juggernaut from X3.
Yep.
It wasn't the same guy, obvious, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I will want to say this real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but a lot of people think that the red dude is like, oh my God, is that Nightcrawler? No, his name is Azazel. That's the dude from X-Men First Class with the Kevin Bacon villain or whatever. Just so people know. Like, that's his name, Azazel.
And a variant that is Nightcrawler's dad.
Yeah.
So we hitting y'all over the head with some comic facts tonight, y'all.
Oh yeah, he and Mystique hooked up.
Yeah.
When he was born blue, Mystique left Nightcrawler at a monastery. But getting left field. But like, dude, all the variants of the Deadpools, Gwenpool, Babypool, Kidpool, like, bro, that shit was so funny. Nice pool, that bro. The movie was what we needed. I mean, all the shots that they took in the hood. Oh, after 20 fucking years, like, bro. I don't know what else to say. We got
Chef kiss.
Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Wesley Snipes back as Blade. First word in the movie, retarded. Like, and then how they even tapped into that when he was like, "I don't like you." You never did. I mean,
yeah, and that was the throwback to Blade Trinity. Like, yep.
Yeah. And a lot of people didn't know that they didn't get along. Like, you know, like, bro, that was one of the best kept secrets. This movie had so many best kept secrets. Y'all know y'all can see a trailer of a movie and be like, I already know what this is. Guy loves girl, blah, 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 blah. Big fight scene, and boom. This, you didn't see all them Easter eggs coming.
Right.
You didn't see all them Easter eggs coming. Oh, yeah. If you had a bro, shut the fuck up. There was no possible way. There was no possible way. So, yeah, dude, bottom line, hands down, amazing movie, amazing job. It got me happy again to be a fan of the MCU. Even when, hell, he was even talking shit about Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige said we can't mention anything about cocaine. Not even Bolivia marching band. Not even want to build a snow. Like, bro, the shit was amazing, bro.
Do you want to build a snowman? Yes, but I can't.
Like, come on, bro. Come on. I mean, like, dude, the movie has even gone viral. Gambit's character has gone viral. I know y'all seen the TikTok trends where it's like finally getting in line for the buffet. Woo, you know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Like, bro.
And who knew that line right there was gonna take off? That line specifically went viral. And it's just just transcended. Like, Gambit was damn near like the star of the show. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah, he came in and did a home run.
That's like the most memorable part of it. It's like, I mean, a lot of stuff is memorable, but that is moments in movies that are like timeless, and that's one. And I will say in the MCU, Cap pulling the hammer, Thanos doing the snap, Iron Man doing the snap, and Gambit doing that are the most memorable moments. Those are the most memorable moments.
Real quick, y'all, we have to acknowledge this too. I love the fact, love the fact that they damn near showcased every variant of Wolverine. From the original concept to this, to Old Man Logan. I mean, like, they showed with him on the X. Y'all remember when he was on that X? Like, bro, I have that comic. The classic. Didn't you fight Hulk in this? I'm Marvel Jesus Smack. When he got off that bar stool, he was like, "Aren't you just the cutest little thing, bro?" Wolverine was a little guy.
Yeah, he's supposed to. That's the size he's supposed to be. Yeah.
Wolverine was like Kevin Hart. Wolverine was a little dude. Over years, I mean, they changed, they morphed, whatever, and it's dope. Shit, the shit works. But it's like, bro, how they touched on the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, where he only had one hand. My man, what was my man? The dude that played Superman, Henry Cavill. To even have him in the movie for a quick glimpse as Wolverine, bro, do you know how much we needed that? Oh, we could treat you so much better than the dickheads down the street. Like, bro, come on, bro, come on. And
you can tell Ryan still got a bit of gripe with them too over the Green Lantern movie.
As he should. Green Lantern was trash. Now that was trash. Green Lantern was just Boo boo.
I thought who they got for Sinestro was good. I thought some of the casting was okay, but if you're DC, how you don't cast Ryan Reynolds as Wally West is beyond me. But I digress. Yeah, we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine right here. Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bro, genius.
Yeah.
Genius. Ryan Reynolds was born to play Wade Wilson. He was born to be Deadpool. God knew what he was doing when he made him. Yeah, you gonna be this obnoxious motherfucker. Like the dance scene in the beginning, the
bro, yes, that was phenomenal.
Bro,
he killed.
Destroying the TVA with every piece of dead Logan's bones.
Man.
Right.
What an intro!
Without telling them bye. Yes.
Yes.
And you know what too? Even at the end, even at the in the credits, I love how they show love to Fox with showing like the behind the scenes clips of the X-Men, X2, X3, Fantastic Four, the reboot of the Fantastic Four, different stuff like that. Like dude, that was cool, bro. That was cool. They could have been dicks about it, but they weren't.
Yeah.
That was really dope, bro. That was really dope. I look forward to seeing what they got coming in the future. I really do.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't fumble it. So, yeah.
They pay homage to the end of an era.
Yeah,
Akil,
it was
bro.
a great
Bro. We gonna talk about Akil in a minute, bro. Go ahead.
It was a great experience for me, man. I felt like not only for Marvel, but for the movie industry as a whole, this movie just was like an injection in the arm, like that shot in the arm to just like rejuvenate the film industry right now, because it's been very stagnant. Us as consumers, people that like to go to the movies, people go to movies, these type of movies specifically. I can't speak for you guys, but for me personally, I haven't been excited to go to the movies in a while. That was the first time, sans taking my daughter to see Lights Out, I went to the movie for, it's been some years. I want to say the last movie I personally saw in the movie, as far as a superhero movie, I can't even remember. I think Multiverse of Madness was the last time I went to the movies for a Marvel project. I'm not gonna even get on Halloween Ends. That was god awful.
On what?
Halloween Ends.
Halloween.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, it's horror. It's horror. I'm sure you Michael Myers, but yeah. But some of the cameos, I didn't expect Elektra to pop up. I wasn't even fathoming Elektra. When they initially showed Chris Evans, I'm like, oh snap, they got Cap in here.
Right.
they teased us. They had the little thing they were showing, like that little piece of his arm. I'm like,
the red and blue. Yeah.
And then he takes off Flame On. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh wow, they brought him back as Johnny Storm, which was it was so genius, but a lot of people don't remember that was their first time or his first time being a superhero. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was Johnny Storm. He was the first Johnny Storm. So for that, I was glad Deadpool actually had a great adversary this time around with what was the villain's name again, Phil?
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova. The first two villains he had from the first two films, while I love those films, it was kind of mid, especially on the first Deadpool movie. He was very mid. He probably was worse than mid. But this villain right here, she gave you everything you wanted. Everything. Like, I can't wait to see Cassandra Nova and Professor Xavier face to face. I just was kind of like, do we get the Patrick Stewart Xavier or do we get the James McAvoy Xavier going face to face with her? Like, that's just where my mind went with it. Being Blade, I didn't know it could be both because we're in the multiverse of madness. We got variants and everything going on now. So seeing Blade, I remember hearing that, and it was just like, that's so outlandish that we actually have Blade gonna be in the MCU. Like he's normally fighting vampires. Blah, blah, how's that gonna work? And then you get him on screen, and it's like that. It brought me back to the comics. It brought me back to the Spider-Man animated series when you saw Blade pop up in those episodes with Morbius. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm sitting there. It's Saturday morning all over again, bro. And it's like I had some minor critiques. Like I kept saying to the guys on Boulevard Ave, I kept saying, who knew we needed a fight scene in a Honda Odyssey? Like, who knew that? That was one of the most bloodiest fight scenes I've ever seen in cinema.
The Honda Odyssey.
Look,
The Honda Odyssey.
and here's one right here. And here's one right here.
And the irony of that, I shit you not, I saw a Honda Odyssey maybe the next day, same color, all that good stuff. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh to myself as I'm riding home from work. I was like, wow, this is, and this, like Phil said, man, you catch. Hugh has been Wolverine on screen for 20 years, and we never got to see him in the costume. Never. It was always the wife beater in the jeans. That was it. You get him with a leather jacket, maybe, or something. Since they moved away from the black leather in the first X-Men films, he had like a tactical kind of outfit in Days of Future Past, but it wasn't really his. It wasn't his outfit. So to finally see that on screen 20 years later, I went out there and I said it. I said, this is the best portrayal of Wolverine for Hugh Jackman since he's had the role. Like, you can see the guy rededicated himself. He got in like tip-top shape for this portrayal of him. You know what I mean? That last little scene where they were like holding each other together to do what they needed to do.
I came in like a wreck.
Yeah, the Madonna references all through.
Oh yeah,
insane. What did they play? Was it Like a Virgin? No, Like a Virgin.
No, when you call my name, it's like a little.
You get NSYNC, Madonna. It's just like OMG. Like this soundtrack is nuts. And what that made me want to do, I can't wait to see Star-Lord in Deadpool, and what that kind of soundtrack is going to be.
Bruh. That's gonna be epic.
Can you imagine that dance off?
Man, the dance off to save the world.
To save
Part
the world, like, man. So it was so amazing, dude. I haven't walked away maybe since Infinity War and Endgame. I haven't walked away that satisfied from a Marvel project in quite some time.
Agreed.
So this was much needed, very much needed. Outside world, it's so much stuff going on in the outside world. The political stuff. Just to be able to get away from that stuff, man, for those 2 hours and some change, and be a kid again in the theater, and seeing the real live action versions of what we saw as kids reading these comic books, imagining these things, and seeing the level of dedication, the level of detail that they brought, every little minute detail, even to him putting on the cowl after all this time. It was just like, and it's comic accurate. The white eyes, and it's just like, yo.
I loved, what else too, going back to the reference. Wow, I want to say that was Uncanny X-Men, where it was a couple different ones. It was Uncanny X-Men where all of them died but Wolverine, and then remember the What If series, what if all the X-Men died? Mm-hmm. Remember when Cassandra Nova was with Wolverine?
Yeah.
Remember all those pillars?
Yeah.
That was because all the teams had died. I have that comic. I want to say that was the What If series. The only ones that was left was Wolverine, Hank McCoy, Beast, and Charles Xavier. And all the pillars were all it was the X-Men, it was X-Force, Excalibur, X-Men, X-Force. Yeah, it was the three. I remember that. I went home and brought out like old comic book cards and old magazines. Yeah, bro, we needed that.
Yeah, that. So yeah, man. I loved it. I loved it. I didn't know how that was going to work with Gambit at first, but it worked. He blew all the expectations out of the water. If they're going to do an Electra 2 now, that's crazy. I don't know if I would necessarily want an Electra 2. I
I
totally welcome her to the Daredevil. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
give that woman her own movie. I loved Electra. Like
If they're going to give
from
it
the
to,
movies from back then, I loved them.
if they're going to like give the same type of effort that they did with Deadpool, hey, I welcome it. I definitely welcome it. But
Or
you
if
got
she gained, just give her a Disney Plus series. If she gained for that.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, man. Well, so if y'all any last thoughts on Deadpool and the movie before we get back to this world of professional wrestling?
Thor, him holding Thor, or Thor holding him rather, when he
Yeah.
was crying. That
Why
I
was Thor crying?
cannot wait till we get the payoff for that. Secondly, I want to say that it was good how throughout the whole movie he kept going to Thor, thinking about Thor, saying Thor.
Mhm.
Like that was pretty good. That was hilarious.
Thor.
And even mentioning like he wasn't even my favorite of the Chris's. Like that still ties back into Thor as well with Chris Hemsworth. So I'm
Yeah.
like that was pretty good. I'm excited for that payoff. I have a theory, but I'm gonna wait until it gets closer to Secret Wars for that to even be said because it's nuts. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Okay.
I think they need to take a minute and really. Thank you, son. This message is brought to you in part by 20 Grand Gold Vodka and Cognac. I think if they go that route, which we know they are, with the Secret Wars, I think they need to slow down, reevaluate, and don't just rush to put something out. Really sit down and map this thing out, like how they did prior to with the previous Marvel movies. Don't just be putting shit out, just be putting shit out. No. Secret Wars is too big of a storyline for them to mess it up. I don't want to be that guy. I've been that guy before. That's not what happened in the comic. I don't want to be that guy. But if they do it, they got to do it right. Slow down, do it right.
But I am that guy because I'm glad that it sucks what happened with Jay and with Jonathan Majors happened because there are 3 villains that I wanted to see. I hated that it was Thanos because I didn't know who Thanos was, but I thought it was Kane when in that first Avengers. I thought that was Kane. I thought that's who it was, but like I wanted to see Kang, I wanted to see Doctor Doom, and I wanted to see Galactus, and that's pretty much all that's it as far as villains go. But I am okay with the fact that it now is going to be Doctor Doom for the Secret Wars and all that because that's the original story. So I do like that. So I just know, yeah, they got to do all that justice because all those things have to tie together, and now they're going to have to tie in all the other movies and subplot it accurately to tie back to Doom. Like they have to do that.
Hold on real quick. Go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
All right, baby. 8th grader
that
in
was
the
it,
building
though.
going to
They just
bed,
gotta do
son.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doom?
I was just getting ready to touch on that. I have so many theories. Oh, good ball. Good ball. Good ball. I got so many theories about where
What the fuck?
shot
Hold on,
went off
no,
over
we're
there,
not
man.
going past that. That's twice.
Hey, you see how balls
What the fuck is that?
We building stuff. We relocated our garage for our sound equipment, so we're building things.
No, hold up. I gotta be that guy. Akil, why the fuck is you outside in the dark? What are you doing,
I'm in the
bro?
garage. I just told you we building things. It's our equipment for sound and stuff. We gotta relocate and build our stuff so we can move things efficiently.
I had one of the homies reach out to me and was like, "Bro, I didn't even know somebody was talking until I saw his teeth." And
Oh wow!
And I'm like, bro,
Cause
okay.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
I think a kid was listening to Sade earlier. So,
No, the In Your Box set. I told you. Listen to the In Your Box set. Like
if a
Cassandra.
grown man is listening to the In Your Box set or Sade at night, it's something going the fuck on. So what's up, bro?
with a bottle of boxed wine.
No, what the fuck is going on? Because hey, it was a Saturday morning. Tim ass was up. Old man Logan was up.
Here we go.
Cooking breakfast.
Oh, Lord.
Look, hold on. This a grown ass black man was cooking breakfast and listening to Sade. That motherfucker.
Oh, he was actually listening to Sade.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me cutting the Sade on while I cook breakfast. Like, I just felt like listening to Sade. Bro. That's just like yesterday. Al Green was in my head like all day. I was thinking about Al Green, Still in Love with You album. Like that just was in my head. Like
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of old school songs been on my head lately too though. Like I don't know what's going on. A lot of I'm doing the 90s farm, as y'all know. But like a lot of 90s stuff been happening, a lot of old school 80s stuff been like just going through my head. And I haven't even tried to listen to nothing that's something that just pops up. I don't know. There's something in the atmosphere.
It's definitely something.
Obviously somebody's not getting it, Mr. No Chill with Phil. It's not you're not catching the music magic that's happening. So I don't know. You got to get a line.
First of all, bro, music is in my blood. There is nothing like music, but you don't do music with certain things because it invokes certain problems and issues.
Wait, I wish Joe was here so he can pull up what you sent me the other day.
What? What I say?
You don't know what you sent me the other day of you with the dragons.
Oh, my Cisco. I'll show y'all that shit. I got it.
Woo.
But no, look. Okay.
RDJ.
Okay. All right. Prime example. You listen to Sade after you broke up with your girl. Would you agree?
I mean, that's one of them you can go to. You listen to Eminem after that.
No, hell, no, ain't nobody trying to kill nobody. What the fuck? You know what, Akil, for you to be a Christian singer, you say
I'm not a Christian singer. I do singing and stuff, and then I also am a Christian. I'm not a Christian singer. They don't
you be singing in church. You a Christian singer.
I don't be singing in church. I be tapping my foot.
Hold on, fellas. We got a comment. About the Sade. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Brianna's back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Friend of the show. Anytime. Brianna says anytime. No Chill with Phil.
No, you can only do. I need to call mom. I need to have my mama a part of this conversation. You can only listen to shot. Look, okay. Yes, you can listen to Smooth Operator at any time. Yes, you can listen to Your Love Is King at any time. You sure can. Can you listen to Is It a Crime by Sade at night?
At night?
At night.
Hell now if you got fed on at night, you going through some things.
You listen to Sade, Is It a Crime? Like a tattoo? Like a tattoo? Y'all know that song by Sade. Like, I wear it like a tattoo. You going through some shit. You getting ready to shoot up some heroin. You trying to get that vein right. Somebody that hurt your motherfucking soul.
He say he doing it.
You listen to Sade at night. You can't. You gonna be depressed as fuck.
Say you doing the David Ruff when you do that. You'll get some more.
Right, go get some more. Bro, listen to what she said. She told me, Sweet lies of sweet love. How many of us have been lied to?
Hey man, that's you know that's before some of the youngsters' time, man. You know,
Ooh, shit.
hey, the way the OGs used to say that to us, I get it now. I get it now.
Bro. Oh, we all seen Jason's lyric. We've all seen Jason's lyric. Do you remember when Mad Dog?
And people, I promise, we're gonna get to wrestling. We're gonna get to wrestling.
Remember Mad Dog? Remember Mad Dog was either cutting himself or doing heroin drunk. Remember that was the night he went by there and Jason shot him?
Mm-hmm.
You remember he was listening to By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Isaac Hayes. Have you heard that song? You can't listen to shit like that at night. You be called your ex from the 6th grade. Bitch, I love you. Divorce. I'm not playing. By the time I get to Phoenix, bitch, she'll be rising. Bro, no, you can't play with shit not at night.
I hear you. I hear you, man.
No, sir.
All right, y'all. All right. Let's go ahead and try to swerve this over into wrestling. It won't be Get to Phoenix tonight, but we do have a title versus career match happening on Sunday.
Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson.
Yes, sir. Very reminiscent of the Streak versus Career.
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. So, as some people may know, I'm not an AEW person. Like, as much as I love CM Punk, even when Punk was on AEW, I couldn't bring myself to watch AEW. But I am aware of stuff. Like, I do follow their Instagram, so I see some stuff. I just scroll past it real fast because I don't care. But Bryan Danielson, obviously, I'm aware of him, know who he is. I think him and Swerve will be a great match. But to compare it to the Streak versus the Taker and Shawn type level, I don't think it's like that. I get it, but that's only one component. Only Bryan can fit that shit. Like, to be in that type of moment, you need somebody. No offense to Swerve, but of a bigger stature, a bigger career than Swerve to like be in that like type of comparison.
Right,
like he has athletic capability and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just say that because again, I don't care for this stuff. Like I just as much as I love wrestling, I can't get
it. Because you had two entities there with HBK versus Undertaker. Swerve is still building that you know what I'm saying, that history, that respect from the fans that, Danny Bryanson is solidified. Like, he's seen it all, done it all in wrestling at this point. Swerve is the champion right now, though. The fans are behind him. Even though to me it kind of seems like he's supposed to be like a tweener / dare I say it, maybe somewhat of a heel. So you got two guys going into it that, the fans supporting and they love. Nobody wants to see Daniel Bryan, call it quits. But, we know this is wrestling. So this may not just be calling it quits. He may just be done in AEW.
Contract could be
and could be coming back to WWE or going somewhere else. Maybe doing some stuff in New Japan. Who knows? But that's taking place at All In. I do want to do some picks. I know you guys aren't really the AEW aficionados. I watch it here and there sparingly, but the AEW product has gotten better in the last couple of weeks, at least since I've been tuning in. I have heard from Joe and KG whenever he pops in. Clutch, he tells us as well. The product has gotten better over the last couple of months. I want to say since Sting retired, it's been like an incline. they've kind of like started to recalibrate some things. You saw MJF return. You see Darby back hot again. Obviously Swerve Strickland is champion. They seem to be reinvesting in the guys that they think could be the pillars and that could carry that company and continue to make it, relevant in a sense, if, for lack of a better term.
Bro, I got a question for you when you
Yeah,
finish. I got
yeah.
a question for you.
So before we make a pick for that one, or before we just do the picks anyway, I want to say that's one of the matches I am really anticipating. We got Britt Baker, DMD, going up against Mercedes Moné. Kind of on the fence with that. I think in ring, it may be good, but Mercedes Moné is not a great. She is not a great talker whatsoever. She needs a manager bad. Like her promos are trash. She reminds me of like old school Sean. Like when they say Sean was just an asshole, but he was great in the ring. Like that's what I get from her. She's just a female version of that. You guys can stop me if you don't agree, but it's just kind of where I go with it.
I'm gonna say the thing with her talking. I think the thing that's missing is that in WWE is different because she was around people that she was able to develop personal relationships with. Like she came up with them, so it's easier to tell a story, whether that story was told on camera or just them having that chemistry or knowing each other. They have more of a passion to know I'm gonna say something that's gonna be so bad, but I love you, or I'm gonna say something that's gonna be so bad, if I mean it. Because they actually had time in the coming up in NXT together in the performance center, or even throughout the main roster, going on the road or whatever. Like her beef with Alexa Bliss, like them bumping heads. Like that was I love them two facing off against each other so much. Like I love Alexa Bliss. Like she in my top 3 for just the WWE female superstars even today. Like I love Alexa Bliss in ring, on the microphone. Like she is pretty untouchable in my opinion. So that time, like that's able to tell a story, and that's not even talking about the horsewoman. That's somebody outside of her. You put Sasha or Mercedes with who else was she into it with before? Even Lacey Evans. Even that was good stuff that she did with Lacey Evans. It may not be good on Lacey's end, but Sasha herself, like being able to throw herself into that role, she was doing it. Even her and Bailey against Tamina, that whole thing was really good as well. Like it made me want Tamina to win. Like that was good. But you got her with a group of people who are the others as far as like where she came from in WWE. Like they're the others, and now she's in their territory. So it's like I don't think she cares about stepping on toes because she never really did. But as far as being able to deliver something and knock it out the park, like she don't really have that same foundation and basis to go off of to do so. So that's what I think is the issue. Because whenever I see a clip on YouTube, since I've seen a few of her talking on the mic, I don't want to see them because I already know it's gonna be trash. But yeah, I think that's what's missing. I think that's really what it is that. Suffice to say, I'm pulling for breaking. I just want to say that right now. Like I'm pulling for it. Like, I like it. That's Adam Cole Bebe's wife. Like, I gotta go.
Hey,
Wise man, what you thinking, man?
Both of them trash.
Oh wow!
I'm being real. Britt has not been good since Cody left AEW, and Sasha has not been on fire since she left WWE. I mean, that's just true. Britt, both can wrestle, but bro, it's not just about the wrestling. Can you tell the story? Can you tell a story? Can you make what you're doing believable? I saw a match, and see, here's where I look at you, old man Logan and Joe, like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all like, it's getting better, and then I see a clip of AEW with Tony Storm and somebody, and it's like, this is getting better.
Mariah May, that's who she's.
Jim Cornette made a post on Twitter of this match. It was Tony Storm and somebody else. And he was like, if they did this at the OVO training camp, they would have never left training camp. It was that bad. And whether you like Jim Cornette or not, whether he's a racist, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Facts are facts. That shit was trash. It was trash. Mistakes happen, mishaps happen. Yeah, we get it. But damn, like, it was like a whole string set. It was like an 8 or 9 string set of just, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, and maybe I'm too particular, maybe I'm whatever, but it's kind of like, damn. Really? Like, y'all make us look bad. Y'all
Us
make
as fans?
bad. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh man, Tony Storm is dope. Where? Show me a good match. Especially since she's came back with this black and white. Show me a good match. I have yet to see one.
Well, you know, I've been saying that's a ripoff of the Vaudevillain gimmick, and everybody loves to get on me about that. And I'm just like, well, where else have we seen that in recent memory outside of the Vaudevillains? I'm like, okay, she put her spin on it. You know, oh, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, I get that too. You could maybe make the case for I Love Lucy. But yeah.
I Hate Tony.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, maybe
maybe that would be a better way of doing her character. Just literally calling it the I Hate Tony thing. That probably would have translated better. Because then you got the crowd to go, I hate Tony, you know, like, but again, I would never write for AEW. WWE, finally hire me, please, thank you. But like to add, so a good match of Tony, outside of WWE, since she had started WWE, I have in AEW, no, none. But in my opinion, nothing compares to like her matches in WWE on NXT UK, or her time on the main roster was like short-lived, but even still, like that was good work, especially NXT UK. Like I loved NXT UK. I watched that more than the regular NXT. So she's great in the ring, but again, I go back to a lot of it is who these people are working with.
Yeah.
NXT UK, they have their own stories in the independent scenes in the UK. Like she had rivalries with Kaylee Ray. I still don't like that they're not giving her name Kaylee Ray. But every time I see her, I just call her Kaylee Ray. Alba Fire. She had her rivalry with her and stuff like that. It's like she's amazing in the ring. Like she's powerful. She's a powerhouse. Before we got Rhea Ripley being the way she was, we looked at Toni Storm to be like that. Like that was Toni Storm's position. And then like she just wasn't connecting with the fan base, I guess, on the main roster. And then the pivot to Rhea came because of the whole Charlotte and Bianca Belair thing. Like those three, that's how Rhea was really born. It was because of Bianca and Charlotte, in my opinion. So, Tony, nah, it's not Tony time.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is Vince almost fumbled with Rhea initially when she got on the main roster. Like Tony, they just fumbled. I personally was one of those people that felt like they pulled her much too soon from NXT when she made the jump over to the US NXT, and they didn't let her get a footing there, getting her stride there to turn over the fans that maybe weren't too familiar with the NXT UK product, and it was just a matter of saying, hey, you know what, we need more women on the roster for 2-minute matches. Let's get Toni up here, put her on SmackDown with nothing to do for her. Same with Lacey. Lacey, maybe just to go back, a few years there, she may have been a lot better had she had the actual opportunity to, get her footing under her, up under her in NXT. And really hone her skill set there before they just up and put her on the main roster. Just sometimes I think they pull people way too prematurely. I feel like while the Street Profits have had some success on the main roster, they pulled them up way too soon. Like the Street Profits, they pulled them up when they were like super heating up. I remember them having a feud down there with like DIY and I want to say FTR as well. And it was just like the tag team. I remember NXT takeovers having like main events with the tag team titles involved in it, and it would be just like to quote the great JR, slobber knockers. Like what I mean? They would be like some awesome matches, and it was just like, again, like we were saying about Deadpool and Wolverine, like it was an injection into tag team wrestling that was much needed, because for whatever reason, I don't know why WWE kind of shied away from it. It seems like Trips now, even with him being in charge, he tries to make sure tag team wrestling is involved, that it's present, but we haven't really seen that tag team storyline or tag team title match, since the Usos dropped them basically to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, where those titles had that much relevancy to them. It's like the moment the Usos dropped those titles, it kind of lost its luster again.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what
I
agree.
I agree. I said this before about AEW. AEW lost a lot of its flair because of who they got running the show. Mm-hmm. I'm not anti Tony Khan. I'm not pro Tony Khan. But damn, y'all, come on, y'all can do better than what y'all are doing. Do they got excellent, fucking amazing wrestlers and talent? Yeah. It's like a car. Yeah, it could be dependable as fuck. It can have a solid engine, a great transmission. But if it look like shit, who gonna want it?
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna want it? Yeah, you may never have to worry about the transmission. You may never have to worry about the engine. You may never have to worry about a manifold or anything. But if it look like shit, you ain't gonna get no play with that car. Ain't nobody, you're not gonna be turning no heads. They're gonna be like, God damn.
No, you gonna turn heads because AEW turn heads too, but it's like, what? Like the CM Punk footage. Like, you did what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go that way.
You gonna be turning heads like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. You had to take a drink to that one. You eat the whole drink.
Right.
It's
AEW.
I think that they've tried to do too much too quick. They don't have any real direction. But I think that's part of the problem too. You take...
But...
Well, hear me out. Granted, we all know WWE was controlling, and they controlled different people's storylines, et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they also gave that freedom. I think with this is too many people with just no direction but all the creative freedom in the world. Then what's the point of creative freedom if you have no direction? What are you doing with this character? Hell, we talked about Deadpool. We've talked about this multiple times tonight. Different variants. Okay, we get it. This is the character, and that's the direction that they're going. Or this is another variant, and this is the direction that they're going. This is another variant, and this is the direction that they're going. Okay, well, with a lot of these teams that are amazing teams, that are amazing talent, FTR. What are they doing with FTR? Couldn't tell you.
Right now, they're in a feud with the Young Bucks and what are those guys' names? The Acclaimed.
Right, and guess what? It's not turning any heads. It's not like, yo, did you see that shit? Yo, bro, go watch. Ain't nobody saying that. Bro, you gotta go see that. Ain't nobody saying that, bro. You know why?
Why is
There's
that?
no direction.
Mm-hmm.
It may be a hell of a match. bro, what's the point of having a hell of a match if it ain't worth watching? What's the end goal? What's the ultimate goal? What's going on here? Why are they battling? What's the beef? This, that, and other, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't there, bro, what's the point of being the talented person, the most talented person in the room, if everybody's looking the opposite direction?
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing with AEW. When you
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, I think I'm there with you. I completely agree. With AEW, they put too much time and stock in trying to compete with WWE, and it's like, yo, WWE, for everybody, it should be the top of the mountain. You should at least want to. It doesn't have to be your end all be all, but you should at least say somebody should want to be able to say, you know what, I need to have that when it's all said and done. When I call it a career, hang up my boots. I had a stint in WWE. You know, now if it's a successful stint or not, that's to be seen. You know what I mean? That's the goal, to have that. But I think anybody, and you could be the Kevin Omegas, you can be, you know, whoever, you know, and that's been mega successful in these other.
Did you say Kevin Omega?
No, I said Kevin Omega.
You mean Kenny Omega?
I did. I said Kevin Omega. Wow, that was nasty. I'm sorry, y'all. Kenny Omega.
You said it like a few times, like convincingly with conviction. He said, "Yeah, I said Kevin."
Brown said there's something in this liquor.
That's how they do it.
You know, but any of these guys, I think they would want to be able to make the jump to WWE and have success. Like, you know, I think Tony put too much of an emphasis on trying to go head to head with him. WWE pretty much kind of told him what they felt about AEW when they said, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and put NXT against you. You know what I mean? Now, did they do good against NXT? Sure, but they should have. They had vets like Jericho and Big Show and you know, guys of relevance
Shaquille
from WWE over there.
Eric Bischoff,
Shaquille O'Neal popping up, Cody Rhodes, Moxley. You know, everybody wanted to go see what Moxley had going on. So
what's my man's name? Orange Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, bro,
so,
yeah,
it's gonna eclipse the NXT talent, even though that was the black and gold brand. But you know, it was just a little bit more star power there.
And it was the shiny new toy.
Yeah,
it was the shiny new toy.
It's not having the people in place to cultivate and keep that shiny new toy shiny. You know what I mean? It's since become, you know what I mean, whatever, you know, wrestling game where you can create 1,000 championships and wrestle for them whenever you want, however you want, you know, whether you're in an E-Fed or not. You know what I mean? Or you're creating your own shows on the game. Like, I was watching it, and while I'm one of the ones that do say, hey, you know, the product has gotten better. I do feel that. I think the storylines have gotten better. There are some stuff where it's just like, all right, the Tony Storm character, that gimmick, for example, I'm not crazy about it, but I do feel like it is necessary to have options in wrestling. When WWE had a monopoly on sports entertainment or professional wrestling, however you want to call it, it was just kind of like, all right, it's just WWE. All right, what else? Well, you know what I mean? They had a roster, I think it said it ballooned up to about 400 wrestlers, and they weren't doing anything with half of them. So, you know, having an AEW be successful, I do think it's value in that. When WWE and WCW were going head to head, back to back, that brought a level of quality that we saw as fans, you know, because that was our magnum opus. Like, you know, we were there in the thick of that, watching it every Monday, going back and forth between TNT and USA, you know. So to see it at least be maintaining the order where it can be consistent and they give us a consistent product, that's what I want from AEW. I don't want AEW to be another one of those flash in the pan things where it's here today, gone tomorrow. Let's get it to sustain. Let's get the people in there that can make it sustain and be a viable second option. Because WWE can't house every, you know, single wrestler on the planet. We can't have everybody here because everybody can't be champion at the same time. Right. And for the longest time, WWE homegrown talent is always, and it's probably still that way, but at least you get instances where Joe Hendry, for example, he's going to be facing All Ego Ethan Page for the NXT Championship at No Mercy. So they're giving a championship opportunity to somebody that isn't even signed to NXT. This is an agreement between a TNA and a NXT, and we're seeing that take place. So I think, and with that, my conspiracy brain could take over. I personally feel like TKO has bought TNA. They just haven't said anything. I think they're just allowing it to operate as its own thing, and we're gonna collaborate.
Very well could be, and I agree with that. At the end of the day, I got a good point. Y'all remember late 90s, early 2000s? Everybody had a group, had a clique, had a this, had a that, right? Think about it. During that time, we had some amazing groups. We had Cash Money. We had Rough Riders. We had Flipmo. We had Interscope. We had, what was Nelly and them boys? St. Lunatics.
St. Lunatics.
You ever notice, right? So these were established groups, factions, whatever, G Unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
These were established groups and factions. Diplomats. Y'all ever notice when it was like the new upcoming group that no one had heard of came at the St. Lunatics or came at the Diplomats, and then it was here today, gone tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
AEW's biggest problem, biggest issue, stop trying to compete with WWE. You can't. You won't. You're not going to be able to.
Mm-hmm.
WWE will be here for forever. Like, let's just be real. Whether Triple H is at the helm, Vince's bloodline will eventually take over again. Tripp and Stephanie got kids. They will eventually, or Shane, whomever. WWE ain't going nowhere. You got too many solid staple people. A Bruce Pritchard, a Cody, a Dwayne, a Sean, a Triple. You have too many devoted, homegrown people. They're not going to let that ship fail. Ever. Don't worry about competing with WWE. Just do your product. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just do your product. Now, I brought up the fact of the music where this local group no one's ever heard of them outside of their city, and they coming at the St. Lunatics, and they may have one hot verse on a diss track against the St. Lunatics, but then where did they go? Nowhere.
Right.
Then you have the flip side of that coin where a group coming out of the Midwest or the West Coast or whomever or whatever, and they're just doing them, they end up growing. They ended up blowing up. They ended up becoming something extra. You know why? Because they weren't trying to go with anybody else. They were just trying to do their product. I think that's where a lot of these companies fuck up and have fucked up. WWE's not going to go anywhere. Ever.
Yeah.
They got too much money. They're too much of a global juggernaut. They have too many moving parts. If you're trying to be this product and you just really want to get your name out there, then do it. Don't worry about them. Stay in your lane and do it. That's it. What happened with TNA? And y'all remember when TNA was blowing up and they had Hogan and they had Flair. Remember they had what was that group that they had? Fortune?
Immortal and Fortune, yeah.
Yeah, and Main Event Mafia, and remember how hot that shit was, and then remember
Aces and Eights, yeah.
Because they were too busy trying to, look at who we got, look at who we got, look at who we got, look at who we took from WWE, and we got, yeah.
They were the original clout chasers. Like that's what it was. So they was doing it to have clout chasing and name drops and stuff like that. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong though, because that was an exciting time period in TNA. Like, it was amazing. Like, I love seeing Immortal and Fortune. I hate that they like combined forces. I mean, it was cool for dramatic purposes, but like they having AJ and Christopher Daniels and all of them like battle against Immortal, like that was beautiful. We had that old men's match between Hogan and Flair, and it was just crazy, but still, it was good TV. Like, I watched that. That whole storyline, I watched that. Jeff Hardy infused in it and everything. Like, I seen that whole you did. Like, it was amazing. It was good TV. AEW to me still has not even gotten to that point.
Damn.
They have not even gotten to that point yet.
Damn.
They haven't. They really have not.
Ouch.
Hold on
And
one second. Let's hold on 1 second because this feels like a good moment for this right here.
Ooh, the round table's getting heated. Heated round table.
Akil, please.
Not me kicking off a heated round table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
So yeah, AEW has not got to the point of the Hogan era of TNA. That's crazy to say, to put it in that terms. It has not to be, because you have good TV happen. You have multiple storylines. Granted, that was the biggest storyline going on, Hogan taking over, but you had Eric Bischoff involved. You had Hogan, you had Flair, you had AJ, you had Christopher Daniels, you had Kazarian, you had Bubba Ray Dudley in it as a solo superstar. He was even world champion at a time. You had Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy, whatever. You had all this stuff happening. Like, it was good
Sure did.
TV, and it wasn't confusing. It wasn't like they're doing extra stuff. But again, I'm gonna keep going back to backstory. Like, they all have known each other for a while. They came from a similar place, maybe different eras for some of them, but still, they all came from that same background. So they had story that they can build off of. They had interactions they can build off of. They have respect that they can build off of. And AEW creatively, even to get to the point to have all these different bodies, actually, now that I'm saying it, the storyline of the bloodline is reminiscent of that era as well, because you have all these different people. Granted, the bloodline story is much better, but you got all these different people and characters, and you're weaving them together somehow, some way, where they can have their own individual matches outside of just that storyline. You're still hooked and engaged in the character, no matter where they go. Even the other characters that's on the card, on the show, that aren't involved, they even had good storylines. I may not be able to remember or say what they were, but I didn't just tune in just to watch that moment. I watched the entirety of TNA.
Their X division at the time was
The X,
ridiculous.
oh my god, the X division matches themselves. Oh my god,
division roster was fucking nuts.
Xavier Woods was in there.
Like, bro, Xavier Woods, Elijah Burke.
Yeah, Elijah Burke, man.
The one,
Priest.
What's his name? Was it Red X?
Oh no, the Pope. Yeah. With the mask, is that you talking about?
Yeah.
Homicide? No, Homicide.
Homicide was in there. Yeah, Homicide was dope.
He looked like Robin on Teen Titans Go or on Teen Titans when Robin was with Slade.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember his name. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, like
that's why I said Homicide, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, Homicide. I know you're talking about, like, him and Homicide faced off against each other.
Yeah,
dude.
That was a good match. I remember that match.
Their X division was fucking crazy. And it was worth watching.
Right.
Because the storyline, even if the storyline was subpar, it was worth watching.
They were still able to tell a story.
Yeah. Okay, so we had a young lady that Brianna Springs, who, shout out to Brianna, she does not watch wrestling. She said that, what was that, last week's show?
Yeah, last week.
She admitted that she doesn't watch wrestling, and somehow she came across Hot Take Wrestling, the page, and now she's interested, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say if she turned on, be it an AEW product, WWE, TNA, Impact, whatever, and just watched it, okay, essentially, eventually she might be able to be like, oh, okay, all right, so these two don't like each other, be it because of the title or a betrayal or whatever.
Right.
As a newcomer, you should be able to turn on any program and be able to figure out what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or want to figure out what's going on.
Right. You should be able to turn on WWE every week and be able to see, okay, so Dom betrayed Rhea for her, for Liv.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to turn on every week as a newcomer and be like, okay, so he was a part of this group and they betrayed him because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to follow it. It should not be a fucking Pythagorean theorem to figure out what the hell is going on and why these two don't like each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Again, and I know it's a couple people that are tuning into the show that I've invited, that I've sent the link to, that I tell them, hey, yo, check us out. And then they're like, dude, I don't watch wrestling. It don't matter. It's cool. They end up watching the show.
Right.
They end up checking out a product and be like, yo, so, okay, so little buddy with the little blonde, with the blonde mohawk, okay, so, wait, did he betray Roman Reigns? No, that's not what happened.
No,
Now they're
exactly.
hooked.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I heard about the New Day. So, okay, so Kofi and little buddy beefing now? That's what it looked like, but we don't know.
Right.
So wait, was Roman hurt? Did Roman get like knocked out and he like did he die and came back? No, he just lost the title.
No.
Now you got people ask. Now you got the intriguing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Anybody should be able to turn on the product, watch the intro monologue of whatever, and be able to be like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on. Well, how long this been happening? They should be able to say who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Right.
They should be.
Agreed.
And that might make them want to be able to go, okay, so wait, this go back 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. They be cooking that long? Has it been that good?
Yeah.
You should be
You
able
get them
to.
engaged. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able to.
And that's what AEW does not do.
I had to look it up. It's not homicide, it was suicide.
Homicide is a different thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Red
X
was Teen Titans.
Wrestling, it was actually homicide for real. Suicide for real, but yeah.
But yeah, bro, I
yeah,
mean, real shit.
Can you see?
Their X division was amazing, but then when they got rid of their X division, then what?
And I just want to point this out again. Like, I'm not trying to rag on AEW, but I'm a rag on AEW. So just the excitement that Phil had talking about it and flashing back to TNA's X division, like going back to that and just being excited about it. Like, granted, AEW still roughly new, but take me back 5 years, maybe. I don't know how long they've been around, but take me back 5 years. Is there anything exciting you can just pull out your brain from AEW? Logan, because you watched it more. So, anything you can just pull out from 5 years ago?
As far as AEW concerned?
Yeah. With like a similar excitement to be like, this was an amazing moment, other than CM Punk coming back.
Hey, let me jump in here. Cody with the sledgehammer to the throne.
And that was it.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that.
That was a direct shot to Triple H and WWE. That match Cody had with Dustin Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
I give you that.
Then that promo leading up to the.
But look at who we talking about, though. But look at who you talking about.
My brother. But hold on. That's Cody.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sammy Guevara's first televised match.
Okay, I know about that.
Jericho,
Mm.
Jericho Moxley in Chicago when the title
Mm.
changed hands.
Rest in peace, Brody
Mm.
Lee, Brody Lee and Cody.
Brody Lee and what was his faction?
Dark Order.
Dark Order. Yeah, dude. Um, seeing the Lucha Bros and Young Bucks for the first time in the States, televised. To hear Tony Schiavone say for the first time in 20 years, wrestling is back on TNT.
Mm.
It's had some moments.
It,
It's,
But 90% of the things you said came from WWE people. That's what I want to point out. It
it
came from people who knew how to
I'll be right
work
back.
the stuff, how to
yeah,
work the magic, you know?
yeah.
Like, granted, like, I'm not saying, like, because they came from WWE knows it all, but the formula was made in WWE. These are people that was born and bred and created in the factory lab that is WWE. All of Vince's qualms and falls, it ain't just Vince though. It's other
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that a good 90% of the moment that y'all said came from them who know how to put that magic on, who know how to tell a story.
Mhm.
Now, and then I'm going somewhere with this. So now, again, AEW has its failings for me because they can't tell those stories because they don't listen. Most of those superstars there are not trying to listen to be able to do that way. That's why we have Jericho there in a big position still. That's why we have Mox there in a big position still. That's why when Cody was there, he was there. He didn't get the title or whatever, but I think that's because he didn't want to have it. Because he
Right.
didn't want to be like, I gotta have the title and then be this person because that's a whole different type of thing.
Right.
I think Cody literally already had somewhere in his mind he's going to get back to WWE. I think Cody did everything he did there to show them I can do this. I can be a top guy without the title. So bring me over there and give me the title. I think that was something he had. Maybe not talked about it or anything like that, but when you know who his dad was and you know his just Cody's thought process and what he's harbored inside himself,
Mhm.
like that had to be a motivating factor for him for the entirety of AEW. And again, majority of the stuff that y'all said, Cody was involved. So it's like,
Well, that's because
it,
I think Cody was a big component of what AEW was and the
mhm,
direction it was going in. You know, so
mhm.
you remove an entity like that. Like Cody had his hands in everything. Cody was helping with Ricky Starks. Cody was helping with, like Wiseman said, DMD. Like he was helping with the talent.
I liken Cody to Shawn Michaels back in the 80s and 90s.
I think that's a good comparison because I think that's
Yeah,
largely the role he was playing at that
yeah,
time. You know what I mean? During his stint with AEW, I whatever happened, whatever transpired, I think he's being diplomatic about it. He's being professional about it, and he's not speaking on it. But I'm thinking some disagreement
it's
took
coming.
place,
It's
and
coming.
With
yeah,
who?
and I think Cody just said, I'm going to get myself out of this jam. He had an opportunity to go back. He went back, and it's been off to the races ever since he's been back.
Yeah,
But you can definitely see not having him there. Losing Brody Lee, like, um,
yeah,
they've taken a hit as a result. And you don't have that
yeah.
leadership there that's going to be selfless and be willing to
You
put
don't.
up and put over the mid card, divisions and do things there to try to be relevant to help build stars, for the main event.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got another one for Akil because Akil was like, well, name some other moments, and then he was like, well, the majority of them was WWE people. Okay,
There you go. Do that. I'm gonna restart because my thing probably gonna get ready to freeze. So y'all continue.
okay.
All right.
So, what was the group? Best friends.
Oh,
The two
I
home,
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The two
Yeah,
homies
I don't
from
know their
Orange
name, but I know
Cassidy.
you're talking about. Yeah,
When
yeah,
when
Orange
Lil
Cassidy.
Buddy's mom pulled up, and they hopped out the van and they was whooping ass. I mean, like, bro, that shit was funny.
Okay, yeah. I actually like Orange Cassidy.
Hmm?
I actually like Orange Cassidy. Like I will say
I
AEW
fucks with
does
Orange
good
Cassidy.
at giving a few names
I
that
fucks with
like
Orange
you like.
Cassidy.
Yeah, I like them.
I fucks with Orange Cassidy. Jade Cargill and Shaq versus Cody and Velvet Sky. Again, I know I mentioned Cody.
Shaq was also with WWE first too.
Okay, bro.
Yeah,
What was that? The debate that they had where it was Jericho versus Orange Cassidy and Bischoff was the moderator.
I ain't seen that.
Bro, they had the introduction of Kenny Omega the Cleaner. Not just Kenny Omega, but Kenny Omega the Cleaner. Like, bro, they've had some amazing spots. It just fizzled out. It fizzled out. Jungle Boy, what was that? Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus.
Isn't Jungle Boy? Ain't that the one that Punk got into it?
Yeah, Jack Perry. But it
Yeah,
was
I'm
Jungle
anti him.
Boy and Luchasaurus versus somebody. That's what got my mom in the AEW. You know what I'm saying? It was a good match. And again, my mom was somebody, I don't want to watch that. Wait, what happened? Wait, did he just kicked him like that? But they friends? Why he do that? Whoa, hold on now.
So it was a barbershop moment.
You see what I'm saying? It was one of them things where it was just like, yo, it was lightning in a bottle, magic struck. It just did. You know what I'm saying? And
they just don't have the right magician. They just don't have the right magician. That's what it is.
There you go. And they've had plenty of other moments. What was that, man? Rusev had a match. Well, it's not Rusev.
Miro.
Oh, Miro.
Miro had a who the fuck was that match with?
Now they fumbled Miro. Like
they did. Him, Keith Lee. Like I'm not gonna keep going.
I kind of, and I probably maybe I should blame Miro too for that, but I kind of blame Keith Lee. Like I think if he would have just stuck it out a little bit longer, and
let him go.
Waited for this Vince stuff to die down, he'd have still been in play once Swift took over.
That was a good duo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They fumbled. Like they shouldn't have. Like I get you want Swerve to be world champion at some point or whatever. Cool, but you can do that. Like you can break up a tag team amicably, like without it being a mess. Like they had a good match. I've seen some highlights and stuff from it. It was pretty decent, I guess. But like, come on now, you don't fumble a guy like Keith Lee. WWE already did it. AEW did it worse. Like if they want a competition of who fumbles superstars the worst, AEW may take the cake because it's a bunch of superstars they have fumbled worse. Like terrible. Like they fumbling Mercedes Moné. Like how? Granted, she doing it herself, but if you had a team, an actual team to help your superstars and your characters be at a pinnacle, no pun intended, where they need to be, then you won't have that issue, and you don't. And in the direction statement you made earlier about them not having direction, I pointed to Old Man Logan because he loves saying, I read the word Shane O'Mac one day and I heard his voice saying Shane O'Mac. Like, that's going to be the direction that they go. Like, that's how they go get it. But even still, that's going to be met with something, I'm sure, whatever. But I digress because I don't like
I
AEW.
couldn't agree with you more. You look at Jade Cargill. Jade, as dope as she is, very green, right? And when you look at how they did her in AEW, they just kind of threw her out there.
That's what she said they did. Yeah.
We've seen matches with her where it was like, ooh, shit, damn. I don't think that was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? When she left there and came to WWE and signed, they didn't just throw her out there. You can tell she was in some training. Even if you watched her story and developed and followed her online, it was a good 6-month process before they just threw her out there, which was good. They put a team around her. They built her. They trained her. They shaped her. They molded her. Now, look at where she's at now. Still needs some work, yes, but that'll come in time. That's just repetition. That'll come in time. You look at her now compared to Jade Cargill WWE now to Jade Cargill AEW, it's a world of difference. It's night and day. It's night and day.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
Yeah, that's very true though. Because Jade is actually like they are trusting her, except for when she's in the ring against Kairi Sane. Like she's great. Because again, I fucking hate Kairi Sane with a passion.
I think Jade just doesn't realize how light she is.
No, that ain't it. Kairi be in matches with other people. Like I hate her in the ring. I didn't like her even in the women's thing. Like no.
She's extra small, but Jade is just extra big too. Like, you know, this is one of those things where, you know, she's still learning, and I think honestly, getting them away from each other as far as damage control and Bianca and Jade, I think that's been the best thing that could have possibly took place, because you got these, you know, these Amazonian women on SmackDown, and then you got these, you know, these little ladies, you know, and then it's like, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. Like, how am I? These three, I still think Jade can whip their ass by herself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, even with it being three of them, I'm not buying Damage Control doing anything to her. Like, that woman looks like she's carved out of stone. Like,
right. But you know what, bro? And even still too, they put her with some safe people. They put her with some staples. They put her with Bianca Belair. They put her with Naomi. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has some solid staple people that can watch what I'm doing.
Right.
Now you do it. You know what
they just trying to get it ready for Charlotte. That's what they're doing.
And I can't
They're trying to get it ready for Charlotte. Me neither. Man.
I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
Speaking of female wrestlers, actually, I do want to point this out. Like, big shout out and love to my boo, Miss Parker, for being able to make that step and be in the hunt in that title match for the NXT Women's Championship. Like, I was so happy for her. Like, it's personal for me because we all know I love her. Like, that woman is golden. That's the gangster goddess of NXT and all of WWE. So I just want to give shout outs to her and love to her for that. For sure.
You know what, Akil
gonna hate me for this. He gonna hate me for this.
Wait, what?
I said he gonna hate me for this, but I think that's too soon for her.
No, I know. I agree. Not for her to take the title. Like, she just shouldn't take it now. But to be in that match, be in that match for sure. Set her up for Jade versus Lash at Stand and Deliver, please. That's what I want. Let
me show these. This is Joe, by the way, guys, in these comments.
Yeah, I know who it was.
But look, hold up.
She's still green.
Hold up.
All right, Wise Man, the floor is yours. I just wanted to show some of those comments.
Now, granted, I know we did not have a WCW this week, but take us to Hot Take After Dark.
All righty. Give me
Lord.
Second. Give me 1 second. Let me go through the nice little.
Don't disrespect Miss Parker, though.
No, bro. No. This.
No, not you. I'm talking about Joe. Joe talking about she's still green.
A hot take after dark that everyone can appreciate and love and enjoy.
Okay.
Sing that shit, Akil. Sing
Hey,
it.
hey, have you ever seen the
Akil, no,
movie
hell
Kung
no.
Fu
Shut up.
Pao? No. You seen the movie Kung Fu Pao?
No, sing,
You never seen it?
Soul
You
Sister.
sound like the chick from Kung Fu Pao.
Sing Soul Sister, Akil. You a
I don't
Christian
know that
artist?
song. No,
Yes, you is.
no.
I
Can we
literally
mute him?
where Joe has that, man. Yeah,
Soul Sister.
Joe, June Tao, press the button.
Push the goddamn button.
that's a comment for you. I don't know where he has the damn thing, man. I'm looking for Hot Take After Dark, and it is not in the clips. Joe, you set me up for failure in this moment, sir. I don't appreciate it. Just gonna let you know
Well,
that.
fine.
Like Tony Khan did with AEW.
Right.
That
Joe
part.
is now the
Okay,
Tony
so
Khan.
let's do this. I'm gonna do this, and in the with Movie Magic in the edited version of this episode, Joe will input the Hot Take After Dark here in 5, 4, 3, 2, boom. Hot Take After
That's it,
Dark.
AEW.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the comments of Hot Take After Dark are typically
Oh, hold on,
opinions.
wise man. Hold on, wise man.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take after dark.
I'll be good, goddamn. Ladies and gentlemen, the comments of Hot Take After Dark are opinions of me and me, myself alone. Now, if my brothers decide that they want to agree in my opinion, then yes, they are pigs too. Chauvinist pigs, I might add, which you can also follow on any and all social media platforms. But don't get offended, because I'm just being real. That's what Hot Take After Dark is all about, being real. If God made anything better than women, he kept it for himself. When you look at these women now, where these new women coming from, bro? Bro, Akil, unmute, because this is a community conversation. Where the fuck is these women's coming from?
Ask Shawn Michaels.
Women's like Jada Parker was not around when I was in high school. The fuck? The young lady in the comments, Brianna Springs, where the hell was she at when I was in high school? You look at women like Bailey, Bianca, Jade, what's the one racist white girl with the big chin, with the strong jawline?
Talking about Tiffany?
No, she's not with W. You know who I'm talking about?
The one we brought up last week.
What's her name? She a racist.
Oh,
She don't work with a company no more.
Lacey Evans?
No.
She not with that. What?
White girl, brunette, strong jaw.
What company she with?
She not with no company no more.
What company was she?
Where was the last time we saw her? That way we.
Tessa Blanchard.
No.
Tessa Blanchard.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
Tessa.
Yo,
Tessa
where
not
these
coming.
women coming from, bro? We did. I'm upset. I'm upset right now. Cause damn, these women now are teachers and lawyers, doctors, surgeons, professional wrestlers. When you look at female teachers in our day, they look like fucking Rambo. They look like Sylvester Stallone when he had a Jerry curl.
They look like the characters on Recess.
Thank you. Thank you. They look like Miss Frizzle. When we was coming up, our teachers didn't look like that. My female gym teacher looked like Greg the Hammer Valentine. Yes. Yes. Now you got teachers now looking like Brianna Springs. That shit ain't fair. The fuck? We had Mae Young and the fabulous Moolah. Okay, Now, look at Bianca and Jade. Look at
Man.
Becky. Look at these women now. It's like the fuck. That's.
Mhm.
I feel cheated. I feel fucking cheated. I feel fucking cheated. It's a young lady watching right now. I know she watching. One of the homies. Sierra Long. Yes. Hi, Sierra. How you doing? Yes. Beautiful young lady. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And then it's like, dude, what was females like that when we were in school coming up watching wrestling?
Right.
They weren't around.
They was in school.
They weren't around. They got glowed up. They got bigged up. They got
BBL.
glorified, gorgified. And now it's like, dude, now they married. Now they cuffed up. It's like, this some bullshit. This is bullshit. This hot take after dark is an angry hot take after dark. Because, yes, I'm mad. Yes, I'm mad. Look at her profile picture. Keep her picture up there. Put her.
He is livid.
Look at that. Look at that.
Not the head tilt.
That's horse shit. It's like, yes, I'm mad because it's like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? God.
That was a laugh to keep from crying, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that was.
Damn near. Yes, I have to admit that. These women now that's coming out the woodwork now. Fuck. And I'm gonna be honest, black don't crack unless you smoke it. You look at some of these women now and they tell you their age and it's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You how old?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
I mean,
Stop
yeah.
it.
Look at Angela
My
Bassett.
grandparents. Hey, I gotta give some love to my grandparents, my OGs. I gotta post this. I gotta show this. Hold up. My grandparents. Wait, too late, too dark.
It's too late.
Too late.
Bright light.
We get the picture though. We get the picture though.
Hold on, because I want y'all to see this. Hold on. Too light, too dark. Wait a minute. There we go.
There we go.
My grandparents.
Yeah.
There we go. My grandparents just celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary this past Sunday. 70 years. Shut up, Joe. No, it's not. Well, it is a different time, but it's not a different time. Bro, no. Joe is right. And I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to tell you shut up. I lashed out in my anger, Joe. I'm sorry.
He's working on it in his anger management classes.
Bro, like, dude, the women that are out now that's walking around and gorgeous and smelling good and looking good and got glasses and orange hair, natural hair, walking around just thick, delicious, juicy, with muscles, no muscles, just looking like a big cup of fruit punch that you need that's ice cold out the motherfucking refrigerator. God damn, where was they at when we was around? The fuck? They coming around, we old and shit. I will be 41 on Sunday. Thank God. 41 years around the motherfucking globe.
Hey, brother, that is a blessing because it's I know a couple of brothers that didn't make it here. So yeah.
Bro, it's a lot of brothers that didn't make it. And bro, they didn't even get a chance to see some of these fine ass fucking women walking. That's bullshit.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Very true.
Bro, these women so fine, bro. I literally would have to spread myself there. I have to give you a kid. You have to have a piece of me. Literally. I don't give a fuck how many kids I end up having. Because in the state of Illinois, after you have 10 kids, you legally cannot pay child support. Why? Because you have 10 fucking kids. Bro, it's bullshit. I'm sorry. It's bullshit. I don't think it's fair. I'm highly the fuck upset. Y'all telling me Y'all telling me the only two people in the chat right now is Brianna and Joe. And that's Brianna if she's still here. You mean to fucking tell me that a woman that fine, you wouldn't fuck up her summer every summer?
Nah, every summer.
Oh, you thought you was about to have a hot girl summer? You about to sit your pregnant ass down.
Mhm.
No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You think you about to have a hot girl summer? Sierra Long, another one that's watching. You think you? All right. Oh, you having a girls' night? You gonna have a couple drinks? No, you can't.
No,
You're
you.
pregnant. Sit your ass down.
No, you.
Bro, you got a woman as fine as Jade, Bianca, Tesla.
Man.
I said Tesla. Charlotte,
Tesla.
Bailey. Bro, what's old girl that's Shayna Baszler's tag team partner?
No. Wait, Sonya Deville?
No, not Sonya
No,
Deville.
the other one.
No.
No.
Jesus.
No.
She's
No.
attractive. She's attractive.
The girl with the two cornrows that's with Chad Gable and them people now.
Ivy now.
Ivy now, bro.
Yeah, Ivy. Oh my god.
Bro, Liv coming to
Liv,
the Juneteenth
yes.
cookout with a dashiki on and a top hat and one of them little cool hats.
Dashiki. I've been saying Liv for a long time. Liv, man.
Yes.
Alexa Bliss, because honorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Bro, stop playing with me. This shit is unfair. It's unfair.
I
It's
concur. I agree.
It's unconstitutional.
I agree with
Bro,
everything
y'all
except Zoe Starks.
Zoe
There we go.
Starks.
Zoe Starks.
Hold
Zoe
on,
Starks.
bro. Hold on. Whether Zoe is your cup of tea or not. Nia Jax. Bro, stop. Bro, Nia Jax.
He said Liv is
Nia-
mid.
Nia motherfucking
Stop.
Jax.
Stop.
Bro. And on top of that, you know they got some killer. Bro, don't even put Joe's comments up. Joe be-
Please don't. Please don't. 'Cause he, no, please don't. I don't want to hear what Joe got to say.
Bro,
Mm-mm.
whether you, regardless of what you're into, regardless of what you like, we can all agree that the females now are a whole lot better than what the fuck they were.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I concur. I agree.
And I'm upset. I'm a little. I'm bothered by this shit.
You're bothered.
Bro, you telling me Nia Jax? I would. Nick. You know what, bro? Let's
You're
get
gonna
to
be
our
perplexed.
outros because I'm getting upset.
Perplexed.
Yeah, mess, man. Well, look, y'all. Before we do the outros, let me just give the people a nice little rundown of this weekend's AEW pay-per-view event, All In. As stated earlier, we got Tyler versus Korea, Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson, Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm versus Mariah May, TBS Championship, Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné, AEW Championship, AEW American Championship, Will Ospreay versus MJF, coffin match for the TNT Championship, Darby Allin versus Jack Perry, FTW Championship, Hook versus Chris Jericho. All right, AEW World Tag Team Championships, FTR versus the Acclaim versus the Young Bucks. Then we got a London ladder match for the AEW World Trios Championship. The Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black versus a mystery team and the Patriarchy. Okay, we got a Casino Gauntlet match for the Guaranteed World Title shot. And then in the All-In 0 Hour, we have Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. If I butchered that, please forgive me. Versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. So that's what we have to look for this weekend, people. There is a score we have. Let me see. If you want to tune in and participate with us, let me go to the website. Really quickly, I want to plug that because we do have a score sheet in the wrestling community. It is on ProWrestlingScorecards.com. All right, you want to sign up on there, go to the wrestling community, and there you can participate with Hot Take. All of the guys at Hot Take and the people that are within our community are friends of the show. You know what I mean? So come do that. Let's have some fun. We are at some point going to start doing the Discord where we are going to do watch-alongs for the pay-per-views where you can sit and comment and, you know, shoot the shit with us on those. And, yeah, man, it's going to be a good time for us wrestling fans. So everybody that watched, I definitely want to thank y'all for tuning in. It's been some people in and out, but it's been consistent. So definitely gracias for that. All right. Akil, brother, thank you for coming in, being a wonderful co-host, you know what I'm saying, are doing all that good stuff, friend of the show. Give the people your socials. Let them know any events you got popping off that's coming. And we're going to do some talking too, amigo, because I told Joe, I said, you know, we got to get in this maybe it's probably going to be the new year, but it is time for a Hot Take to get into this event space, man. And we need to get our messages out there.
Lovely. Yeah, I would like that. I would definitely start cooking up some ideas in my mental for that. I'm glad you said that. So you can follow me on social media at I_AM_MULTY. I am multi on Instagram and Twitter and Threads. If you're not on Threads, get on Threads. Threads, it be popping. Threads is basically the Chicago app, honestly.
It's the
You can
party
follow. You said what?
It's the party.
He says the party line.
Yeah, no, seriously, like Threads, it's fun on Threads. Like I actually like being on Threads. It's a good wrestling community on there too, and music. Like it's all Chicago for sure. I feel like they should pay me for that plug I just did for them. But you can follow my organization, a GCF Era, on Instagram at AGCFERA. Events we have coming up, we have an adult prom that's coming up on August 30th, and because this is Hot Take, those who are watching, we are going to do a special promo up until Friday where the tickets will be $10 for the adult prom. If you don't catch this little promo, there will be $30 after that via Eventbrite, but the promo will be it's just going to be Hot Take. So when you go, you get your ticket, just type in Hot Take for the promo. It'll be $10 for you. Because, you know, Hot Take is family. So why not give more to the extended family? Again, that's adult prom. It is 90s themed. As you all saw, we were talking about 90s stuff. It just so happens earlier. So yeah, come out to that. Have a good time. Have a ball. And as you can see, he's doing 90 dances right now. He's so ready for it. And he's ready for the sneaker ball too. Yeah. Don't do the Tootsie Roll though. Keep that. But yeah, follow me there. Come out to the adult prom, and thank y'all for having me for sure.
For sure. Thank you for wanting to come on, brother. Yeah, much obliged, and you know, you're always welcome. Always welcome. And we finally got some Deadpool talk, Wise Man.
Yeah, finally got some Deadpool talk.
Finally got some Deadpool talk. Me and him been waiting to talk about it. Wise Man, I'm gonna get myself out of the way real quick so you can do your thing. All right.
Hold on, bro. I
Okay.
gotta do something real quick.
Right.
Real quick. Just 15 seconds. Cotton candy, sweet as gold. Let me read
I said, don't do the Tootsie Roll. Not do the Tootsie. Oh my god.
See, Akil? And you know what? Akil didn't mention this. Akil having a birthday party, a sneaker party.
I want to go mention the shoes.
In January. I will be entering the sneaker contest with the G-Units.
God, man. Yeah, sneaker ball in January. Hot Take people are invited to that too. That's what I just got my shoes today. By the way.
Akil, if we can put his like G units in a glass case
and throw it at the bottom of the ocean, put his shoes in a glass case and throw it at the bottom of the ocean. Yes, that would be a phenomenal idea. I want to go bring up the shoes this episode. You brought it up, so now I gotta say something. You literally just said, "Hey, Akil, talk about my G units," and I'm like, "Okay, here I go." Like the burnt rubber. Okay, I'm done.
Nope.
Oh man. Let me get myself out of the way. People, y'all can find me on social media at O_man_Logan_Inc. All platforms. Unfortunately, I'm not on Threads yet. I said I wasn't downloading no more apps. Maybe I'll download that. I don't know. But I'm on IG. I'm on Twitter, and yeah. So, make sure y'all following NMG TV on YouTube. I'll post that in a second. I'm going to give the floor now to the wise man. Wise man, go ahead, get the people your socials. Tell them where they could find you in all your glory.
You're so loud. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Phil Myers Sr., aka Cat Knock the Great with No Chill with Phil, the voice of violence, the two-time child support slayer of the state of Illinois, the practicing polygamist, Eminem, the minister of madness and mayhem. Hot Take Wrestling family. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to rock with us tonight, and we love you and we thank you for that. Please follow me at any and all social media platforms. No Chill with Phil. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on MySpace. You can follow me on Black Planet. MySpace is No Chill with Phil. No space, chill with Phil. Space. All space. You can follow me on Black Planet. CK out a great one. You can follow me apparently on Christian Mingle, because apparently I have a Christian Mingle. Digging them down, baby. Hold on. If you need a man that love God and will give you some dick, apparently digging them down. Damn it. Wait a minute. It's too bright.
No, you did not just show that picture.
It's too bright. It's too light.
Turn your brightness down.
It's too bright.
You trying to get it out of
That's that Android stuff.
Excuse you. How dare you? Here we go. Yeah. Digging them down. Yes, it is. Yes. If you need some dick and prayer, I got you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Follow me on Christian Mingle, digging them down. Also follow me on my other Christian Mingle page. Come get some 69. I have a thread. I have a Christian thread, and it's called "Why Would Boaz Want Your Ass?"
I can't. I can't.
Bro.
People, follow us on TikTok at Hot Take Wrestling, Twitter at Instagram at Hot Take Wrestling, Twitter at Wrestling Take, Twitch Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, and as I stated earlier, YouTube at NMG TV. We thank y'all for y'all time. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening, tuning in. Episodes are released every single Friday. Come get your dose of the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. This is brought to you in part from Main Event Productions, which is your boy Joe Freeline, and NMG Podcast Network, which is your boy Old Man Logan. Producers are the great one, Ken Gardner, Ill Will, myself, No Chill with Phil, and Joe Freezy. Voiceovers are at J Lazada 31 and a bunch of underscores, EO underscores. All right.
Bro.
Yes, sir.
Before put the camera back, I do got one quick thing before you end the show.
All righty, let's hear it.
Ladies only. Please remember, my couch pulls out. I don't. My name is Phil Myers Sr., and I approve this message.
Know the work, do the work, watch the results. We'll catch y'all next week, baby.
Gang member,
Too sweet.